What if one city's fall changed the entire course of history? A city so powerful, so strategically placed, that it stood for over 1,000 years, resisting countless invaders, surviving plagues, religious schisms, and crusades. A city that once called itself the Second Rome. But in 1453, it fell, and the world would never be the same. This is the story of Constantinople, its final days, its dramatic siege, and how its fall ended the Middle Ages and ignited a new era. Constantinople wasn't just a city, it was a symbol. For nearly 1,100 years, it stood as the capital of the Byzantine Empire, a blend of Roman, Greek, and Christian traditions. Perched between Europe and Asia, it controlled the key trade routes of the medieval world. Its walls were legendary, triple-layered fortifications that withstood the might of Persian armies, Arab sieges, and even the Crusaders. But by the 15th century, Constantinople was a shadow of its former glory. Surrounded by hostile forces and weakened by years of war, its population had shrunk to less than 50,000. And at the gates, a new power was rising. The Ottoman Empire, led by a 21-year-old ruler with ambition and vision, Mehmed II. Born into empire and war, Mehmed II was determined to do what no one else could: conquer Constantinople. He wasn't just seeking territory. He wanted to take the city that had defied centuries of attackers and claim the legacy of Rome for himself. He studied the failures of past invaders, learned their weaknesses, and built something no one had dared before: massive cannons. Designed by a Hungarian engineer, the largest of these could hurl a 600-pound stone over a mile. This was more than just firepower. It was psychological warfare. The ground shook. The walls trembled. Even the most faithful defenders began to doubt. On April 6, 1453, the siege began. For 53 days, Constantinople held out. Byzantine defenders, vastly outnumbered, manned the walls under Emperor Constantine XI, a ruler as brave as he was doomed. The Ottomans bombarded the city day and night. The defenders patched walls with rubble and wood, fought in the streets, and even prayed in the great church of Hagia Sophia, once the largest cathedral in the world. By land and sea, Mehmed tightened his grip. He dragged ships overland around the Golden Horn, bypassing the city's famous chain defense. Constantinople was surrounded, and finally on May 29th, the walls were breached. Constantine XI died sword in hand, refusing to flee. Ottoman forces entered the city in triumph. In the aftermath, the city underwent a dramatic transformation. Churches like Hagia Sophia were converted into mosques. For Byzantines, it was the end of an age. For Mehmed, it was beginning. He would be called the Conqueror and make Constantinople the new capital of the Ottoman Empire. But the impact reached far beyond the city's walls. The fall of Constantinople sent shockwaves across Europe. Christian kingdoms panicked. Scholars and artists fled west, carrying with them ancient Greek and Roman texts. These texts would help spark the Renaissance, especially in Italy. Meanwhile, with trade routes through the east now under Ottoman control, European powers began searching for alternatives, leading to the age of exploration. Just decades later, Columbus would set sail west, and Vasco da Gama would reach India. The fall also changed military strategy forever. Fortified medieval walls could no longer hold against gunpowder and cannons. The age of castles was ending. Some say the fall of Constantinople helped give birth to the modern world. So what began as a siege in 1453 turned into something much bigger: the death of an empire, the end of the medieval world, and the beginning of a new chapter for humanity. One city, one fall, a world transformed. With that said, thanks for watching. Until next time.